The mechanisms for object-oriented concepts are abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Basically, Java OOP concept is that let us create working methods and variables, then reuse all or part of them without compromising the security. Security should not be compromised. That is the main target. The idea behind abstraction is that the user can use any device, but the internal architecture is not known. We know how to use television, how to watch different channels, how to change them, but we don't know the internal architecture, the motherboard structure, etc. We can drive a car, but the internal machinery part is not known by the general user. That is abstraction. Inheritance is the capability of a class to use the properties and methods of another class while adding its own functionality. That means, just like in the biology, the children are actually inheriting some of the properties. Along with that, they are also having their own properties. The same concept has been utilized here. First of all, one class will be created. All the attributes of those class can be accessed by another class where the permission will be given. The main class is known as the base class or the super class, and the class which will inherit properties of this base class, they will be known as the child class or the subclass. And here we need the extends keywords by which the properties of the base class will be inherited by the child class. The advantage of inheritance is that we can reuse one of the method or some of the data which are already present. Different types of inheritance are available: single inheritance, multiple inheritance, hybrid inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. Within that, multiple inheritance Java does not support. In single inheritance, from one base class, the properties will be inherited by the child class. Now, in multi-level, from grandparent, parent have inherited some properties, and then from parent the children have inherited some property, or grandchild have inherited some property. That is known as multi-level. And in hierarchical, from one of the base class, more than one class can be created. That means more than one child class will be present, but only one base class is present. That is hierarchical inheritance. Polymorphism is a process by which, out of many methods with same name, one of the method will be selected by the system. This selection will be done by the number of parameters which will be utilized at the time of method call. Method overloading and method overriding, these are the two processes by which polymorphism can be implemented. Method overloading takes place within the same class. Method overriding takes place within the base class and child class. In method overloading, different types and number of parameters can be utilized for redefining the methods within the same class. This class description is showing the implementation of polymorphism, where three different print methods are present to perform three different types of tasks. Encapsulation helps to bind the data and the methods together. It ensures which methods will work on which type of data. It keeps both data and function safe from outside interference and misuse. By using access specifiers, data can be restricted within the class, so that from outside of the class this data cannot be accessed. Because of encapsulation, variables of one object will be hidden from the other object. For example, your report card, the marks of the one student will not be seen by another student. Encapsulation provides two benefits: modularity and information hiding. By using modularity, we can write different tasks in small set of codes or segments. These modules, or they are known as modules. These modules can communicate within each other to perform the whole job. In information hiding, an object has a public interface that other objects can use to communicate with it. The object can maintain private information and methods that can be changed at any time without affecting the other objects that depend on it. Like public interface, like the name of the student. Everyone can call a student by their name, but the private information is that their report cards, the details of the marks should not be known by any other object or any other student. Accessor methods are those methods of a class which can help to access the data members, but they will never change the value of these data members. Like the display method. By using the display method, we can display all the data members of the class, but or of the particular object, but it will never change any data of that particular object. But the mutator method always changes the state of the object. That means the properties or the data of the object will be changed by this mutator method. So we can say that hiding the internals of the object protects its integrity by preventing users from setting the internal data of the component into an invalid or inconsistent state. This type of data protection and implementation protection is called encapsulation.